Baruch College is home to over 15,000 undergraduate students. Now, in a business school oriented for careering success, we understand that business is part of what makes us and this society work. Implementing business is a very hard topic, and it's also not widely discussed among the community. Today, I'm with one of Baruch's entrepreneurs. He not only has expressed his creativity in ways that are unimaginable, but he's inspiring the youth like us in our generation moving forward to use platforms like social media, Instagram, TikTok to market his products and his ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest on Modal Mindset is going to be Swazy. Swaz, what's up?
So, man, you good?
Good, man. Everything is good. It's a good
Yeah.
day. How you feeling?
Feel amazed, man. I'm alive another day,
Mm-hmm.
doing an interview in the morning and the afternoon. It's
Cool.
really nice.
Yeah, it's a great way to start.
Yeah.
First of all, I wanted to start up with your upbringing, man. So, like, where are you from? And, you know?
Um, okay, yeah. I'm born and raised Brooklyn, New York. Um, I've moved once in my life, and that was literally down the block. And I was at like a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really remember like my old house, but I've Brownsville, Crown Heights area. Uh, Born and raised, lived there my whole life. Currently still living there right now. My parents, they're both from Trinidad and Tobago. Um, yeah, it's really
It's cool.
that's
It's
it.
a nice, humble beginning. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had somewhat of a similar upbringing.
Mhm.
I moved across the street literally when I was 7 years
Oh,
old.
see, look.
For no reason. I just moved from one block to the other on
Yeah.
the same like side too on the left.
Oh gosh.
Interestingly enough, yeah, similar upbringing. But yeah, how did you end up at Baruch? How
Mm.
did you get to this specific spot right now? Like, what
Okay.
kind of steps? What school did you go to? And obviously, I mentioned you do entrepreneurship
Mhm.
here, but explain yourself more about like how did you get to this position?
Okay. How did I get to Beirut? All right. So I was when I was younger, right, around like 7, 8 years old. I used to always watch like HGTV with my father. So we used to be watching like Flip It and Flop It. The brothers, just like revamping houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've always liked the idea of business type of real estate type of feel to it. So always had an interest in business since I was young.
Hmm.
When in high school, I went to a charter school in South Shore. There wasn't really many opportunities for like business. There wasn't any like economics classes. They were really just big on AP computer science. The big ones.
Yeah.
The STEM, heavy on STEM.
Heavy on STEM.
And I asked the principal, hey, can you offer like a business class? They said they would try to, never really ended up going through.
Hmm.
And it was like around like my sophomore, junior year. That's when I got an interest in creativity. So actually, like my brother and I used to come home, you know, we used to like film videos, put up the green screen in our basement, just edit,
Yeah.
use Premiere Pro and everything, just figuring it out.
Hmm.
And then junior to senior year, when we were over COVID, um, I was like, yo, let's take this seriously. Me and my brother both agreed, let's take this serious. Um, so we were actually planning on like taking a break from college. My brother did like a semester in Cooper Union, but it was online. So he took a semester off. And I was still a senior in high school. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a semester off,
Hmm.
explore my creativity, figure out where it takes me. You can imagine how that went with the parents.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. No, definitely, yeah. It's
so
hard. It's hard to get your parents on board with, especially when you have like ideas that you're
exactly.
trying to present,
Hmm.
like and dreams that you're trying to bring to life. Essentially, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah. How did you and your brother like handle not only like the fun aspect, but like
Uh,
when did you kind of turn that relationship of like okay, like yeah, we're working on little projects in our in our basement or whatever in
mhm,
our room, and like how did that inspire you to continue pursuing
mhm,
business in a
mhm.
way?
Okay. All right. So I realized, right, that like creating is just the first part. In
Okay.
order to bring longevity, it must be established. How are you going to establish something without a business?
Yeah.
Without having have it legalized without having like a physical place where you can come and like be efficient. So I was, I started in, I've always was around music. I used to make music, produce, learned FL Studio
Okay,
over quarantine.
that's fun.
Um, and then 2021, that's when I started getting into fashion and fashion designing. And then, my dad always recommended because my sister, I have an older sister and an older brother. Um, so my sister usually set the tempo. She went to college, graduated. My brother, and then there was me. But I never had any. I always liked school. I always liked academics. And my dad was like, Baruch is a good business school and it's affordable, and
Yeah.
so I always like, what, I don't mind going to Baruch, and I actually wanted to go to Baruch. That was one of the colleges I applied to. Um, so after we spoke things out with our parents and everything, ended up going to Baruch, and it's one of like the best decisions that I've made because
Yeah.
it's so great over here.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
amazing.
feel like Baruch, the community that you establish here and like the school in general
Mhm.
is like helping you like build this process of you becoming your own business owner?
100%,
Okay.
100%. Because I've met amazing people here.
Mm.
For starters.
Yeah, yeah.
I started. It's kind of gonna segue, but like I doing like this campaign. It's called Pretty Girls Go to College.
Uh-huh. Pretty girls.
Currently
Okay.
under me. But most people that are part of this project, I've met them from Baruch. Parker, Jenny, Mush, Kevin, Aliana. Um, they all like inspired me to really pursue this and actually know that like, yo, I can, make this into a
Make this
business.
happen.
And being in like a top business school, um, it's going to, everything's at my disposal.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's at my disposal. If I
Yeah.
need a financial assistant, we have that. If I need an accountant, we have that. If I
Yeah.
need a marketing, we have that.
Yeah.
Thousands of people go here.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So,
And that's one of the blessings of being in a school culture that people come from all different backgrounds.
mhm,
Like you're able to embark on different thinking processes.
exactly.
Like not many people believe that, there's a lot of opportunities in different places because of the lack of, communication and the
Mhm.
lack of community.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like you said, you've built that with people here that you've
exactly.
met. And not only that, but now you're embarking on your own business
Mhm.
journey when you're starting your own brand.
Yeah.
So now that you've led up into that, how do you feel like you're handling pretty girls? Like,
Mm.
do you want pretty girls to go to college to become something not only for the college student community,
Mhm.
but like, how do you, how are you approaching it from like a personal perspective?
Mm.
What kind of aspects do pretty girls go to college touch you in a way
Mhm.
that's not like, okay, like this is awesome because I'm in college, but like
Mhm.
how are you going to continue to build this brand beyond your college
Exactly.
years?
Exactly.
Like it's important because a business goes on for as long as you
Exactly.
started and
Exactly.
as long as you want it to continue.
Mhm.
So continuing that process of pretty girls, how are you going to approach that going forward?
Okay, that's an amazing question. So you know, this Pretty Girls Go to College, it stemmed from a catchy line that I said in a song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said, "Pretty girls go to college. I do too, so they stay on my timing." And I watched this interview, an Eam Triplin interview, and he was basically explaining, your songs are really good, but if you put in like an EP, most people would overlook it.
Mm.
You know, so he was
Yeah.
basically explaining like drop every song as a single, and I had a song called Uda Like, and I made like a project around it, shot a music video to that,
Yeah.
and now I have one called Pretty Girls Go to College, a song. And this is just a byproduct of it. Based off what I learned from that music video, this is what's transpiring, and it's adapting because now it's completely bigger than a song. Most people don't even know that there's a song,
Yeah.
you know? Um, but in terms of how it's growing and like where it's going from now, it's really inspiration. Um, it's a physical proof that you can literally do anything that you want.
Yeah.
Um, pretty, it's a construct. It's You get to define what a pretty girl is. You get to define what college is.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? It's so nuanced.
Yeah.
Pretty girls go to college. You know, everybody has a different perspective of what pretty girls go to college means to them.
Yeah.
And with this, you know, there's the literal aspect. Pretty girls do
Uh-huh.
go to college. I've
Yeah.
seen beautiful women in this institution, but it's outside of just looks. Promoting education.
Yeah.
You know, I'm promoting a community in colleges, and not even that goes to Baruch. I'm talking about NYU, Cooper Union. Every college, there's colleges and universities all
Yeah,
over the
there
world.
no, and there are colleges for people who I'm gonna see like what it looks like.
Hmm.
Yeah, people don't have like any kind of like social like
Yeah.
IQ. Like it's actually kind of crazy.
Oh, good.
Hold on.